I'm going to be talking about an underrated horror film today that no one ever talks about, criminally underrated. A movie that got mixed reviews when it came out. The Ruins.
Sci-fi horror guy.
A 2008 supernatural horror film. Yeah, this one, I was going through my collection. I'm like, I have not seen this movie in a while. And I'm like, so I rewatched it and I still love it. I still love this movie. It's got a great cast. You got Jonathan Tucker, who I believe was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I think he was the one with glasses. Jenna Malone, Shawn Ashmore. Shawn Ashmore is an underrated actor. He is awesome. He's been in quite a few horror movies, actually. He was in Frozen, where they're stuck on the ski lift. He was in the Mother's Day remake with Rebecca De Mornay. And of course I know him as Iceman from the X-Men films. But he's awesome. Laura Ramsey and Joe Anderson. It was directed by Carter Smith, and the funny thing about Carter Smith is he's a fashion photographer. He has nothing really under his belt. I think this is the first feature-length film that he did, and I think he did a few shorts or something like that. But yeah, he did an amazing job, let me tell you. But it's based on a novel that came out in 2006 by Scott Smith. And I've never read the novel, so I don't know how close the film is to that, but I'm sure it is close to the novel because Scott Smith actually did the screenplay for this movie. Another funny thing is, I didn't even know this either, but Ben Stiller, the comedian, Ben Stiller, was an executive producer on this. Because he owns a company called, I think it was called Red Hour Films or something like that. Red Hour Films. And he has a few other people there too, like Gary Barber, Trish Hoffman, who are part of this. And so that was kind of interesting. I didn't even think about that. Ben Stiller. But really awesome movie. It has a very simple plot to it. A bunch of college friends go to Mexico and they come across this Mayan temple, this ruin, so to say, out in the middle of nowhere. They get this guide takes them out there, he's looking for something, and they go out there, they go up on this temple, and it's got vines growing on, exotic flowers and stuff like that. There are natives around too, but this temple has a hole in the middle. Like, you go up to the top, and there's this hole that you can actually get on this lift thing and go down. And once they're on there, these natives start to circle the temple, and the teenagers kind of get weirded out by it, so they start to leave, and the natives will not let them leave the temple. They have guns and stuff, and they're just sitting there like making sure that they don't leave. And so you start to think, oh my god, something's going on here. It's like they're quarantined, like they cannot leave. So they're starting to deal with the natives, like, what are we going to do? Like, we got to cause a distraction or something to try to get out of here, because they don't understand why this is happening. So as they're sitting on the top of the temple, they're trying to survive. Actually, they're rationing like their water and stuff like that, but they start to get these, it's just weird. It's like these vines are alive, and they start to get inside of these people. Like, they get inside of their skin somehow and end up inside their body. And like, there's a couple of gross scenes in this. Like, this girl's trying to cut the vines, and these vines are like alive. She's trying to cut the vines out of her leg with the knife. She's sitting there and she pulls it out like this, and she's cutting them out. And this guy, like the one who was the guide, something really bad happens to him. I mean, I don't want to give everything away, but like something happens to his legs, and they have to operate because one of the guys is a doctor, and the stuff that he has to go through. I just felt so bad for this guy because, man, not having like the right tools and stuff and the right medication and all that, what they had to put this guy through with like cutting through stuff, and it's crazy like what he had to do. But there's something hidden in the middle of the temple. Like when you go down in it, there's like these vines on the wall that kind of speak to you. Like if you say something, those things will speak back to you. And it's like, it's all like supernatural from there, but it's almost like alien. It's almost like these vines get into you to control you. I thought that was pretty cool. They kind of explore that a couple times in this movie, but the vines, yeah, they start getting inside of you, and you start to like lose your mind. There is a lot of psychological aspects to this as well, because one of the girls who starts cutting out the vines from her leg, she gets all the vines out, but she's still sitting there saying like, I can still feel them, they're in there, even though there isn't. She got all the vines out, so she's like, oh, I still feel them, and she's still cutting away, like she's like, I think it's in there, it's in there, I feel it, and she's cutting nothing. She's just cutting her leg because she still thinks that it's in there. So there's a lot of, psychological stuff going on. So the theatrical cut to this is 90 minutes. The unrated director's cut is 94 minutes. So like 4 minutes of extra footage. It was an international co-production with U.S. and Australia, and it had an $8 million budget, and it made like over $22 million at the box office. But it does have an alternate ending. Now, Carter Smith explained that they didn't want the audience to, well, he quoted it as kill themselves, because it's such a violent film and the characters go through so much that he didn't want it to end the same as the book. And again, I've never read the book, so I don't know how that goes. And from what I understand, like that's what the audience was receiving the best, was the alternate ending. That's what they wanted to do. But of course, you get both here. There's a lot of special features, like there's even the commentary with Carter Smith, as well as deleted scenes with a commentary. You can listen to that. But there's the making, there's building the ruins, things like that. But this movie received mixed reviews. When I first saw it, I was really, happy with it. I was entertained. And it was great. I thought it was original in its own way. A lot of the vines coming alive and getting inside of you. And so they do the same thing in that new Blair Witch movie, the new one. I think it was 2016 or something, Blair Witch, where that vine gets in that that woman's foot or something like that. It was almost like a throwback to this, because that's exactly what happens here. And the blood and the gore effects were excellent in this movie. They were top notch. They were so good, so real too. I mean, like I said, that one scene with the guide, oh my god, it was crazy. But they did a really, really good job with it. So yeah, a real simple story. They try to leave the temple, and the natives won't let them, so they're having to fight these plant things on the temple, as well as fighting the natives, and it just goes on from there. It just goes haywire. Really, really good film. I recommend you guys check this out if you have not. I definitely recommend it. So yeah, that is The Ruins from 2008. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of The Ruins. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I will be back with more reviews, like I said, some fresh new content on this channel, because I have a lot more time on my hands, and I do appreciate you guys watching my last two reviews, where I reviewed House of 1,000 Corpses and I reviewed The Devil's Rejects, getting ready for 3 from Hell. I really appreciate you guys watching. And so yeah, I have a lot more reviews, like I said, coming up. Top 10s. I also have some response videos that I'm doing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And this is Rob signing off. See you guys next time.